Hi everyone, Mrs. Jody here. I've been thinking for a long time about starting a YouTube channel and talking about some of my favorite parenting tips. So now's as good a time as any. Today, for the first one, I'd like to share with you some of the best ways to get your kids to behave. These are my favorites. I used them in preschool. I tell ECFE families about them. I've used them with my own kids, my grandkids, lots and lots of people's kids. The first one, and this comes from Love and Logic. If you have not heard of Love and Logic, check that out on YouTube when we're done here because they have a ton of great ideas. Just a lot. I love their stuff, follow it pretty darn closely, and have used it for years. So this one is offer choices, especially those toddlers. God, they're miserable little creatures. Maybe that's why I want to talk to you on YouTube, because I don't have to be politically correct. Toddlers are seething balls of rage. They're frustrated and ornery and want to do a lot more than they can, and they can't. And it's just a tough age. 3 isn't a whole lot better, I'm not going to lie. People who say 2s are terrible are wrong. They just haven't hit 3 yet. And then it gets better. But choices, super great way to help kids get through problem times. If you think about it, kids don't have choices. We tell them what to do from the time they get up in the morning until the time they go to bed. We choose their meals, we choose their clothes, we throw them in the car when we think it's time to go, we tell them where they have to go. I mean, just sit back and watch someday how much direction we give our kids, and they just have to go along with it. If somebody did that to you, you'd be one ticked off camper. So offer kids choices as often as you can. And I mean little things that make no difference to you at all. So like when they get up in the morning, let them pick which clothes they're going to wear. Don't go crazy. Don't open the closet and go, hey, what do you want to wear today? That's a little overwhelming. Instead, 2. Pull out 2 shirts. Which shirt do you want to wear today? Which pants do you want to wear today? Which undies do you want to wear today? They just had 3 choices to make. They were in total control of getting dressed, even though you picked out mostly what you want them to wear. When they go out to eat, who cares if they pick a favorite color cup? Yay for them. Do you want the red one or the blue one? Do you want this plate or this plate? Do you want to put your cereal in the bowl, or do you want me to put your cereal in the bowl? You can give them so many choices that their bucket will be full before you even walk out the door. Now, I'm not saying sit there and wait for 3 hours for an answer. If they don't answer you in 10 seconds, okay, then I get to choose. And you put on the shirt that you pick. You hand them the cup that you pick. And as soon as they make a choice, stick to it. I know a lot of adults out there that are dang wishy-washy because they probably didn't make a lot of choices when they were younger and they didn't have to stick to their choices. So let's teach them early. When you make a choice, stick to it. Move on. Then, when they don't get to make a choice, you can go back and say, oh, honey, you got to pick your pants and your shirt and your undies and your cup and your this and your that. This one's not a choice. I'm sorry. We got to get in our car seat. Let's go. And just keep reminding them of that. Okay, so that's the first one. That's one of my all-time favorites. The next one is catch them when they're being good. So, if you have been working on gentle hands, no biting, quit hitting your sister, all that crap that drives us nuts as parents, every time you see them do something that's pro-social, something that you really liked, point it out. Go, oh, I really like how you're sharing that with your sister. Thanks for doing that. That makes my heart happy. Or, I heard you say thank you when they handed you a toy. Way to go on your manners. Nice job. Because here's the thing. Kids want you to notice them being good. If you don't, they're going to want you to notice them being bad. So, catch them when they're being good. That is one of the best things you can do because they're going to want that positive reinforcement. Okay, and then I got one more favorite that I'll tell you about right now. And don't worry, I'm going to keep posting stuff. So if you're interested, you can jump on and watch anytime. But my last one is tell them what you want them to do, not what they should stop doing. That sounds kind of crazy, but let me give you an example. If you say, quit climbing on that chair, they didn't hear quit. They heard, climb on that chair. If you say, don't open the door, they hear, open the door. They never hear the first part. Never. Or they choose not to. That's probably more likely. So instead, tell them what to do. If they're climbing on the dang chair, you go, put your feet on the floor. They only hear what you want done. There's no outside interference. If they're opening that door and you want it shut, you tell them, shut the door, please. Again, they only heard what you want them to do. So instead of the stop, 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 go, go, go. Tell them, this is what I want you to do. Follow through on that, and you're going to make me a happy person. Okay, so those are my top 3. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them, and I'll get back to you if you have questions or anything. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.